Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is EDC for Fun. My name is Dennis. Today we're going to take a look at my Spyderco knives collection. And some of you guys are going to be surprised to find I actually have less Spyderco knives than you might think I do. Yes, I'm a big fan, but I also believe in circle of knife. That's a term that Lefty EDC coined. And essentially what it means is there's no knife above selling, trading, or otherwise moving on from in my collection. So over the years, I also have been a big fan of blade swapping, scale swapping, and so I try and pare down my collection based on whatever I'm into at the time. So you might see different steels, but the same model, different scales, etc., etc. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started actually with two non-knife items. This is a Spyderco lanyard. I won this in a giveaway from the Steel to Stone channel. Shout out to Cody there. I don't really use lanyards. This guy for a long time actually ran in my rearview mirror in my truck, but it is part of the Spyderco collection. Next up is another non-knife, and then we'll get into the folders after this. Look at that beautiful Spyderco logo in this leather here. So this is a tomahawk hatchet, whatever you want to call it, from Spyderco. And this was actually a gift from my dad. And this guy's seen a ton of use. It's awesome. And yeah, definitely had to make that a part of this video. So set that to the side here, and we'll pull out the first folder, which I think is one of the oldest ones in my collection. This is the Manix 2 Lightweight. I think I got this, I want to say around like 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. The lightweights were relatively new. I wanted to try a Manix, and this was a little cheaper at the time, well, still is, than the G10 version. Got this, loved it, ended up getting the G10 version, but this was the Manix that kind of started it all. So it's got the blue translucent scales, CTS BD1N steel. It's got a Lynch Northwest deep carry clip on it, and this guy's seen a lot of miles, been sharpened a bunch, and it's just a solid knife, and I love having this guy in my collection. So moving on to another Manix. This is like one of my ultimate Manix. It's got 20 CV steel. It's got Agent Series scales from AWT, Applied Weapons Tech. These are made of aluminum. The colorway is called titanium blue. It's got real subtle micro milling on here for some texture. I've got a titanium ball cage lock from Flytanium. I've got, I think, titanium hardware from Knives We Love. I also have a deep carry MXG titanium pocket clip, and yeah, this is one of my favorite knives overall. So this currently is like my ultimate Manix. Like I said, in the future that may change, but yeah, those two are some of my favorites in my collection. Next up, I just posted a short recently with this guy. This is the Para 3, and this one was customized by Knives Plus. It's got an acid etched and stonewashed blade. This is S45 VN steel. It's got Mayhem finished. It's anodized titanium. Knives Plus did that. They did a phenomenal job on it. It just looks really, really sick. I'm not usually a fan of lightning ano, but man, this thing looks awesome. Really, really killer job. It's also got heat anodized hardware, so you got that bronze coloration, so it kind of pulls out the oranges, and the ano looks really, really good. I also have a deep carry titanium clip from Lynch Northwest, and this is, I forget, I think it's heat ano. I don't think it's the industrial one, but basically you can see it goes from blue up to bronze here. It just looks sick. So yeah, I think everybody should have a Para 3 in their collection. They are fantastic knives. Next up, it's going to be my Spyderco Shaman, and this is the Z-Wear steel version, and this guy originally came with my Carta scales, but I put on these aluminum Agent Series scales from AWT. I also have a deep carry clip from MXG Gear. This is also titanium. So yeah, this is just a fantastic work knife, and I mean, any one of these can be work knives, but this is a knife that I grab when I know I'm going to be doing some work outside, and I have no problem throwing this thing around. And it's got a killer edge on it too. I reprofiled it, I think, at 17 degrees for side, and the Z-Wear steel is just awesome. Really, really good stuff. Next up, it's going to be the Spyderco Smock, and this is just so sleek, so cool looking, and I have it done up exactly how I wanted it. But basically, we've got a hollow ground S30V steel, sheep's foot style blade, very thin, very slicey. And then we've got Maton Boss frag pattern scales, and these are anodized blue. They are titanium. I also have titanium hardware from Knives We Love that converted the T6 hardware to T8, which is awesome. I have a titanium 3D milled clip from Maton Boss, same maker of the scales. They go really well together. I had to modify that a little bit. It was really, really hard to get in and out of pocket, but I basically removed some material from underneath of there, and now it's perfect. But yeah, the smock is kind of like the OG button lock. It's a compression lock with a button. It's reliable. It's strong. This is really the way to go as far as buttons go. And really happy to have this guy in my collection. And next is going to be another go-to work knife. This is the Crew Carta, the PM2 Crewwear edition with the full stainless steel liners, canvas micarta scales. I actually have an acid etched standard Spyderco clip. This came with this pair of 3 actually, so Knives Plus are the ones who did that. Actually, when I put this lynch clip on the pair 3, I moved this clip to over here, and I just like the way it works. I think it goes good with the patina look and everything. And yeah, if you've never had a PM2, they're a little large for some people, but they're just awesome work knives. Tons of content out there on these. Highly, highly recommend them. All right, we got 2 more. The Spidey Chef is next. This is my go-to beach knife, beach fishing, all that kind of stuff. LC200N, titanium scales. You know, it's not rust proof, but it's pretty highly corrosion resistant. I've had this guy in salt water and just had 0 issues with it. I did this blade here, I think at 15 degrees per side. Super, super sharp, razor sharp. And I also have Lynch Northwest bronze titanium clip on there, as well as hardware from Knives We Love, all T8 bronze hardware, including the lanyard loop, which is pretty sick. So this guy is, you know, just how I want it. That, you know, of course could change in the future, but I've been rocking it this way for a while. All right, last but not least is going to be my newest acquisition. This is the Spyderco Domino, and it's got the ugly sweater carbon fiber G10 scales on there, and it's really cool. It's basically a flipper tab, opening hole, frame lock, and kind of more or less the form factor similar to the Mannix. So if you like the Mannix, you would like the Domino. It's not a new knife, it's an older knife. This one's new to me, but I've just really been enjoying it. And I have hopefully a video coming out just on this guy soon. I'll give you, you know, my more in-depth kind of thoughts after using and carrying this guy for, geez, I don't know, about a month now. But yeah, it's easily become one of my favorites, and I love it. So that is my Spyderco collection, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Leave me a comment and a like. Let me know which one of these you like, or which Spydercos you like, or maybe you hate Spyderco. Let me know that too. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out for a little while, and subscribe if you're not already. Other than that, guys, have a fantastic day. God bless you. Peace.